What is up, people of YouTube? I'm your host Vernon. This is Lake Mead. Let's fish that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, made my way back out to Upper Government Wash. That's where we're going to be fishing out here today. But it is the month of August, and that of course means that Finally Fishing has now been on YouTube for 2 years. I have learned quite a lot in these last 2 years. Still lots I need to learn, still lots I need to do, but none of it is worth it to make any videos if no one's watching. So I need to give a big thank you to you, my viewers. We've gotten something like 175,000 views over the last 2 years, and that is just an amazing amount for someone like me. So of course you guys are awesome for watching my videos, and for that reason I would like to give something back to you guys. Now, last year I did the same thing where I gave away 4 small gift vouchers. I want to do something kind of similar this year, but this year I want your input as well. So I want you guys to go down into the comments and tell me what type of prizes you guys think would be better. Do you like the idea of multiple people winning some small gift vouchers? Or would you rather have a system where you have a third, second and first place, where the one guy gets a small amount, the next guy gets a bigger one, and the third one maybe can win a fishing trip out here with me? So I want some feedback from you guys to know what type of prizes you would like from me. Even if you're seeing this a month later, please go down there and tell me. In any case, I'd like to get your thoughts. Okay, but at the end of the day, we're out here to do some fishing. Now, I don't like the idea of doing the same thing week after week after week. That's kind of boring to me, so I don't want to bring you another carp video out here. So in today's video, we're going to do something a bit different. Alright guys, so I got my one rod set up out here. This is with some anchovies, and I also have some night crawlers with me. We'll swap out later in the day to see whether I can get any stripers or maybe some channel catfish or bluegill using that rod. Just got a hit. But it is easy for us fishermen to kind of get in the habit of doing certain things. If you find that one lure that's working, you always tend to stick with that one lure. So it's a good idea to every once in a while challenge yourself, try out something different. For that reason, on my second rod, a little bladed jig head with a little paddle tail on there. That is actually something that I've never caught any fish with before, and that's going to be my goal for today. I'm going to be throwing around lures to see if I can find any fish out there, but I'm not allowed to use any lure that I've caught fish on before. Now, of course, this is a very risky thing to do. I might not get any fish using the lures that I'm trying. That is why we have the second rod. Hopefully something will show up on that. So why did I pick this little particular lure? Well, it's because of the colors. I know that there are some tiny shad swimming around, so I'm hoping that something that imitates some bait fish in this lake might get some bites from some bass. Alright, so now we know the plan for today, so let's get to fishing. And there we go, fish on. First fish for today. Let's see what it is. This is of course on anchovies, so it might be little striped bass, or of course a little channel catfish. But this is not fighting like a catfish. We've had some monsoon rain, so the water is very murky at the moment. And it is indeed a little channel catfish. This one is not hooked in the mouth, it's hooked in the side. Small guy trying to steal my baits. And hooked popped out, and off he goes. On this setup I'm using a little crappie rig that gives me 2 hooks suspended above the ground because I don't want my baits to be in the grass. And then I'm gonna bait these with some anchovies, get them back out there. So this little lure I'm using, we have the little underspin that's spinning, imitating the movement of the gills and stuff. Little paddle tail kicking in the water. No crazy action, not a big kick, but just a small little ripple to imitate some bait fish swimming around. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a million missed hook sets on this setup that I have out there. I do think that we have a lot of small fish in the area stealing the baits. That means there's no time for the bigger fish to find them, as the small fish are eating all the baits. So I need to make a new plan to try and get some fish. I have my casting net out here with me. I've been casting around, seeing some schools of bait fish around. These fish are very small, they actually swim through the net, but every once in a while there's a big enough one, so I managed to get a few. And I think it's maybe time to start live lining one of these little guys to see whether or not we can get any of the bigger fish out there and not just have some small fish steal the baits. These are threadfin shad, so no problem using them as live bait. Alright, ladies and gents, I thought I was recording, but I was not. We had a few things happened. We had some good hits and stuff, but other than catching the little shiners using a cast net, we only got that one little channel catfish thus far, and we didn't even properly catch that one. That one was snagged, and it also got off. I didn't even get to touch it. It came off the hook as well, so not a proper true catch. So for that reason I'm swapping over to some light tackle with just a single hook on there with a small piece of nightcrawler. Quickly going to see for some green sunfish and stuff close to the rock ledge. Let's see maybe if there's some small fish nearby. At least want to go home saying that we at least landed a fish. There we go, tiny little green sunfish. I know it's a green sunfish because it has the yellow on the fins. Bluegill don't have that. So finally properly fish landed, even though it's a small guy. Let's get him back into the water. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, not a very exciting video. Only managing to get one channel catfish and two little green sunfish. By no means an exciting video out there on YouTube, but it is very important to stress that catching fish is not the most important thing about fishing. The things that I cannot show you on the video, that does not translate well, is all the time spent out there testing the 4 different lures, new lures I've never used before, learning how they work and how they react. Of course we didn't catch any fish on them, but learning the lures, the first step. Also just general time spent talking to other fishermen out here, having a little dip in Lake Mead, or just fishing this spot before it completely dries up. All of this is little things that add to the entire experience out there. I mean, I can't remember when was the last time I used my cast net to catch any of the small little bait fish. And can I just say, I totally sucked at that today. It took something like 10 throws before I could actually get the net to open. An additional 10 before I could actually catch a little fish. But luckily I did catch some, live blind them as well. No action out there. And that is because I think there are a lot of small fish in the area. Been getting lots of bites, lots of nibbles, lots of things stealing my baits. So I just think that the big fish aren't yet aware of where these schools of bait fish are. Once they figure it out, there'll be lots of boils in this area, I'm sure of that. But for the time being, if you're looking for a place to find some shad, these coves are full of them. Been seeing them everywhere. Right, but let's not prolong the suffering. It's extremely hot out here. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit the big red subscribe button, join my community. You can hit the little bell next to the subscribe button. If you select all on that, it will notify you of when I upload videos. Please do remember to go down in the comments and tell me what sort of prizes you guys would want for our yearly anniversary. Thank you for your continued support and hitting the like button. And of course, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.